Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be watching episode 13 of Witch Hat Atelier. From what I've heard, apparently this is the season finale, which I'm kind of surprised by. I thought that Witch Hat Atelier as well as Demons of the Shadow Realm both were 25 episodes, but apparently they're both actually ending this week. I still have to catch up on Demons of the Shadow Realm, so that's going to be quite a bit off. It'll take a little while before I get to that, but let's just get into what happened this last week. The episode before, I just wanted to go through and make sure I'm all good on names. So the bad master is Master Qifrey, and then there's, I believe, Alaria was her name? Alira. Okay. So Qifrey is the bad one. Alira, she's getting kidnapped by the, what are they called? The Brimmed Caps. I want to say the student of the bad master is Uriel, something like that. That's not quite right. Euini. Okay, I was way off. Okay, a Euini. How do they say it here? Euini. Okay. I never know if they're gonna pronounce like the E at the start of that, like how they do in Japanese, or if it's gonna be more of a English pronunciation. But it looks like for this one, it's more of an English. So Euini. Okay, so Euini, Qifrey, Alira. Euini, Qifrey, Alira. Okay. And then Agate and Riche. And Coco and Qifrey and all that. Okay. Well, then, so let's get into what happened last episode. Yeah, so Euini, he came up with this cloak ability to kind of hide himself so that he's not worried about how he looks to others. The cost of this is that his own Murphan is going to be having to follow someone else rather than him. But the whole test might be moot at this point because we've got Brimmed Caps coming and kidnapping Alira, and specifically the invisible cloak Brimmed Cap. But otherwise we got a lot of just utility spells happening in this last episode. Riche kind of had a crash out on Euini because he was too focused on right and wrong answers. But she ended up giving him some good encouragement. I'm kind of surprised how quickly he moved on just from her encouragement, but I'm hoping it develops further. I'm sure it will, but Agate, on the other hand, seems to be having no real issues. And yeah, it was mostly just kind of getting through. There was the water, then there was the gap in the bridge. And yeah, biggest thing is definitely the kidnapping that happens right at the end. I don't know if Alira's gonna die. Again, it all depends on what the motives of the Brimmed Caps are, which we just don't know at this point, unfortunately. So I could see them trying to kill her, or I could see them being like, no, we just need to take her out of the equation for now. So they just kidnap her, maybe transport her somewhere else where it'll take her some time to get back, and then they can kind of do whatever with the students while she's away. But in any case, let's just jump right into episode 13, season finale. All right, let's go. Yeah, I'll skip the intro. Sorry. It's a nice intro, but it didn't ever really stand out to me as an amazing one that I'd want to listen to. It fits the vibe, but it's not like something I'm gonna put on my playlist or anything. Oh, Coco does have the boots. I think I commented on that last episode. I wasn't sure if she had the sylph boots. Yeah, sylph shoes. Oh, she hasn't changed it. I'm actually kind of surprised by that. Oh, so because they use straight lines, she's really good at it? Oh, is this like a distress signal? As a distress? Oh. Oh, yikes. Oh. Luckily he has the what's it called? The pelts with the scales on him. That still looked like it might have broken his back, to be honest. I think running through here is not a good idea. You're gonna get into a bad place. What did he say there? You're gonna step onto something you shouldn't. Oh, just his self-doubting. He's cloaking them.
Oh yeah. すごいじゃないですか。この私から隠れるとは。かくれんぼは大好きなんですよ。いるのは。
I'm kind of confused right now. I thought that his whole thing was that he made it so it turns him invisible to the Marathon. I thought that they could still see him. No, because that was the whole point, was making it so that others couldn't see him so that he could draw in it. But based on how last episode went, I thought at the very least Elira saw him. She was like watching him while he was doing it. Maybe they were just looking at the source of his voice. I don't know. It's hard to tell with invisibility stuff, especially when like the audience can see them. It's like how much is being shown just for our sakes versus how much like in the world would actually be shown. Oh. Oh, so now they know that he's human. So technically he already failed. What were his three options? I think it's probably the weaklings one. Sinners trying to hide their nasty little secrets. No. Weaklings driven by fear. That's him for sure. Agate might be the underlying weight of their prey. Maybe Riche too. We don't know what she's capable of combat-wise. Interesting he has like an eye in his hat, though. Is he actually trying to kill them? Okay. What did she do? Did she just make a smoke cloud? She told him to close his eyes. Elira got caught off guard. I think she might stand a chance if she like knew it was coming. Like if she were here right now, I think she might be able to do something. That is a very wide gap. That looks wider than the other one was. Oh, like create a layer all the way across, not even like just over the bridge, but on top of everything? Or is it just making a bridge? No, it is covering everything. Okay. I was gonna say, the hardest part is going to be having... Oh, making like a sled, basically. I was gonna say the hardest part is gonna be like keeping traction and stuff, but I guess if they're taking advantage of the lack of traction. Oh, and then the boots to help with that. That's pretty cool. And the gravity should keep them pretty focused on the center, I guess. I think like so Coco made the shoes faster. I think, to be honest, I'm kind of surprised that people don't normally do that, because I'd imagine for Sylph shoes, it makes sense to have them be perpetually faster. And so you start off with like basic ones, But once you get like control of those, then you just kind of like keep on making them stronger so that eventually you can have fine control with really fast possibility. You know, like you want to get to a higher level of capability. You just want to make sure that, you know, you don't like jump straight into a jet engine. So I'm kind of surprised that this is like an outlier where Coco's the only one that's done it this way. Although it seems like Agate quite likes it that way, and it seems to be working out in their favor. Does he have a freeze one? He does. Oh, not a second too soon. I'm surprised it reaches that far. Like, normally it's, you know, the bigger circles are more powerful. Oh. Yeah, she only knows hers. Ooh, I kind of like this pairing. Maybe not even like in a romantic way. Like, it doesn't have to be romantic, but I like having, you know, I'd like for them to at least be like friends and have him be a recurring character or something. Especially because his master sucks so much. I just need him to get away from him. Yeah, I was gonna say, because they only have one chance to succeed this test, right? Because it's based on the migratory system of these animals. So, did they technically already fail because they are probably being recognized as humans? I guess they're still, Agate and Riche are probably still fine on that front, but I'd imagine there'd be a special exception, like, oh, if you made it through dealing with this. No, because it's not just a competency test. It's a test specifically for hiding your magic, which even if they do manage to evade this brimmed cap and stuff, that shows high competency, but it doesn't show anything about their ability to hide spells, because they don't need to hide spells from a brimmed cap. He already knows everything there is to know about spells. So I could see maybe they'd come up with a special different test for them. I don't see them like waiving it and being like, oh, you did something harder, so we'll just let you have succeeded the test. But we'll see. Back to Tetia. Is Coco? It's Coco. Oh, is he trying to just get them to run as far away as possible so that Coco's more isolated? Very bold move. It's a very strong bluff, depending on how much they already know. It's hard to tell how much they're watching. Where's Coco and Qifrey and all this? What was that last bit? Okay. Did ink just fall from him, or was that blood? I know he's got kind of blood mixed in ink. Did that fall? Let me check again. Did that fall from inside his... Man, I keep on missing it. Did that fall from inside of his, like, the hole for his eye? Or was that, like, from the outside of it? Okay, it fell from, like, here. So either it came from, like, this little strand, like the tip of the strand, or it came from inside this hole where the eye is. I'm guessing maybe it's, like, the seal he has for the invisibility is, like, maybe... Oh, no, that should be, I would think, dried up at this point. I'm trying to think of, like, why they would show this so I can take a guess before they tell us. It would be, like, a recent spell he's cast, I would think. I don't think it's just the fact that he has conjuring ink, because that's obvious. Wouldn't be the golem thing, because I'd imagine that would be on the road itself that was attacking Qifrey. The only thing I can think of is his, like, self body magic. Maybe he has some hidden effect that we can't see because he's invisible. But it's inside the hat. And then there's the eye inside the hat. Maybe it's something to do with the eye. I mean, obviously that's not his actual eye. Maybe that's a magical eye that has like special properties or something. I don't know what we would need to know about the ink for that though. Oh well, let's keep going. I'm sure I'll get an answer in a second here. I don't think they're going to listen to any of this. Okay, so he's not invisible. He's actually like become the cloak itself. That's interesting. I assumed it was just an invisible body, but at least based on what he's saying, it's not even that. He is the cloak itself. Which makes sense with how it's being manipulated, but... Is he actually gonna kill them? Again, I just... When she sees Okay, so like basically coercing her into using forbidden magic by dangling Agate's life in front of her. But like that would be, again, coercion. It might cause problems with like the Knights Morales and stuff. I doubt they'd be like, oh yeah, you were justified to use it because your friend was in danger. They'd be like, oh, sucks to be her. She should have died and you should have just let her die. So I think it could cause problems with Knights Morales, but I don't see how that would cause her to turn to using forbidden magic, even if she did use it this time. Because, again, it's coercion. It's not what she wants to do. I don't see the long-term plan of this. Is she gonna break her arm? Or cut her arm? Qifrey, please, Qifrey. Ooh, oh, gonna cast a seal on her. Oh, did the thing only last a certain amount of time? Does she not have the boots anymore? Oh, did they just knock heads together? Oh, yeah, I was gonna say, where did he go? Oh, she couldn't fly because the gravity's all wonky, right? He's gonna come back. That's a good point. I didn't think of that. He has been flying around. Oh no. Look out, Euini. Look out, Euini. You're in danger, Euini. Euini, get back on top. No. This sensei's a lost cause. He sucks. Euini, I still think you're in danger. Please get on top. Yep, no. Yep. No. Oh no. No, please, Qifrey. Please, Qifrey. Can they not hear that? Or is this happening at a different time? I mean, I don't know the lengths of what's possible with spells, but it could be possible that there is a spell negation spell, and maybe it has to be placed on the body, which is why they can use it, but everyone else can't. I could see that being possible, but I could also see that being like, no, there's no negation spells because that just doesn't work in the world. I don't know. Please, Euini, be okay. Oh no. Euini. He carved a seal on him or something. Oh. Did he turn him into a werewolf or something? Oh. Oh no. I hope this is reversible. No, it should be. It should be. Because the whole thing was any spell can be reversed if you just inverse the signs on it. But by doing that, wouldn't you be doing forbidden magic? You'd have to replicate forbidden magic on the body, just opposite. It is reversible. I'm not sure they're going to, though. Oh, man. I like Euini. Oh. Ooh. It's a very cool design, though. I'll give him that. Oh. But you're gonna have to cast forbidden magic. Oh no. Did he go deeper in or did he go back towards the entrance? I can't tell. I think he went back towards the entrance based on the shape of the bridge. I think this is also a good showing from Agate. The fact that she's having Riche go with the Murphons means that she truly has given up on the test, which is good, because the test requirement was that you have to never let them leave your sight. So the mere fact that she's going to have Riche go with them means that she's willingly deciding to leave their sight and therefore lose the test. And I think she's right. I think in terms of combat prowess, granted, I don't think she's going to be able to win against Brimmed Cap, but she does have more options available to where she could maybe help Qifrey with the Brimmed Cap. I think this is something she needs to hear. I think Agate has often been too harsh, especially with Coco, but I think in this instance, I don't think she was too harsh. I think that's fair. I think she maybe could have worded it better, but I think the reality of the situation is accurate. Is that Coco? Oh, that's a brush buddy? I at first thought it was Coco with the cloak on, but no, that's a brush buddy. Is that Qifrey's hand on Coco? Trying to wake him up. I'm hoping that the scales on that cloak really saved Qifrey there. He did immediately bleed though, which has me worried. I can't tell if that red on his shoulder is blood or if that's like cloth. It kind of looks like cloth, but I don't think Qifrey wears anything red. Oh, it is blood. They're both knocked out. They're both still alive, right? Like maybe check a pulse. Oh, are we gonna get to see what's behind that eye, maybe? Or behind those glasses? He's waking up. That's an odd reaction. Oh, there's something behind her. What is that? It looks like the legs of something, but they're twitching in not like living ways. Is it like metal armor? Oh, it's the golden people. Right, I forgot about that. That was also something that happened last episode. I'm surprised they reached all the way over here. Huh? Oh, okay. At first I was assuming that these were also the witches and that maybe the story was a lie, but no, it still checks out because it could just be these were the like ones that were sacrificed first before it devolved into the witches turning each other into gold. These would be like the peasants that came to the city and were turned away. I'm surprised they're like alive though. Yeah, that's a bad injury. And you know, healing magic would be pretty nice here. More forbidden magic pressure. His scale cloak did not protect him as much as I expected it to. Oh, they still look like Murphons. Please don't end the episode soon. I need to see where this is going. Especially since this is a season finale. Is Qifrey gonna pop off here? Ooh. This is gonna end the episode, isn't it? No, you gotta be kidding me, really? Oh, there's post credits though, right? It's long enough for post credits, right? What? I thought for sure there was enough time for something after that. So that's how it ends. Is there a season 2 announced? I gotta look this up. Witch Hat Atelier season 2. Already in production. Okay. Oh, 2 weeks ago it was already in production. But it might be, you know, quite a while before we actually get that. Release date to be determined. Okay, that's gonna be spoilers and stuff, so I'm not gonna look at that. Okay. Okay. Well, that was a good episode. Unfortunately, it's also still like setup. We didn't get the the climax for anything. They just left us off on a big cliffhanger. I'm sad about Euini. That almost got me teared up a little. That was I think this was a really good play from Agate. I think unfortunately they just are paying too much attention to what's her name? Coco? They just are paying too much attention to what's going on with her that they probably already know that she didn't get mind wiped. I think maybe no, because he knew that she was out there. I don't know what a better play would have been. Obviously, they could have kept running. I think maybe in hindsight that would have been the best chance. I think he might have caught up to him, but maybe just getting further down, especially because now they have to split up and one of them has to go to the end anyways. Presumably, maybe there's some other witches on the other end that you could call for help. If they had gotten further down, they were making really good time doing the icing. To be honest, unless there's another trick up the sleeve of the whole tunnel, the icing solved all of their issues at once. Like, if the Brimmed Cap wasn't there, they could have all just done that and had the whole test over with in a very short amount of time. But yeah, I think this was a good play. It just, unfortunately, she didn't know what the Brimmed Cap knew, so it didn't pan out. But yeah, I like the Riche and Euini pairing. We got the interesting thing where the Brimmed Cap apparently just straight up is the cloak, which I did not expect. Brimmed Cap was going to carve a seal into agate. I wonder if that's the same seal he carved into Euini, or if that's a different one. But as soon as it showed like Euini just sitting down here talking for like an extended period of time, I knew something bad was gonna happen. There's no chance he's just gonna be totally fine sitting there. But yeah, and then he transforms. Very, very cool visual here at the end. Again, it's hard to tell what things actually, like, does it actually look this way to Agate and Riche, or is this just, you know, to kind of show the emotion that seeing this evokes, you know? It's hard to tell what they're actually seeing when there's so much illusionary and invisibility stuff going on. Because then we see him a little bit later and he, to be honest, doesn't look anything like that. He just looks like a wolf with shaggy hair and scales on his back. It seems like maybe his personality is still shining through though, because it ran away right away. So it's not a full transformation. At least I don't think so. It said that it was like getting, like it was taking him over. So I don't think he's like consciously controlling it, but I do think it maybe just takes on his already existing personality rather than like overriding him with just a beast. But then, yeah, we get Riche and Agate splitting up. And there is 100% something going on with his glasses. I know he like ended up kind of looking past her. Like this look that he gives her might not actually be at her, but rather past her at the golden people approaching. But There's something. There's a reason we haven't seen his eye. And I don't think it's a domain expansion. It can't be something as blatant as him having like a seal, I would think, because then I think the Knights Morales would have at least like investigated him, especially with how he's been known as like a troublemaker. I don't think he can have a seal on his body. I think he would have been too far under scrutiny to get away with something like that. But who knows? Maybe it's just never come up. I guess it's possible. Again, I'm kind of sad that it doesn't seem like the scales actually like. I'm sure they protected him. Like, he probably would have just been skewered all the way through if the scales weren't there. I just expected the scales to be, I don't know, a bit sturdier. Scale mail is, at least as far as I'm aware, traditionally like a pretty sturdy way of deflecting blows. And they look sturdy. Like, just in the way that they're drawn and stuff. They look like they would be able to, like, block a sword and that kind of thing. But again, kind of hard to tell. Regardless, it broke this illusion on his cloak, and he also has a big gash on his back. I wonder if he got hit in the head by another rock. I didn't see that. Let me see if we go back to when he's falling. I didn't see him get hit in the head. Okay, yeah, he just gets hit there. And then he falls. What was the Brimmed Cap's plan if Qifrey didn't, like, this was just happenstance that he got hit by a rock like that. If Qifrey didn't, I think Qifrey, based on how we saw him take out that dragon, he could have dealt with this giant flying serpent stone thing. And then he could have just come right in after the Brimmed Cap. So I don't know what the Brimmed Cap's like plan was in case that happened. Presumably he had something. But okay, I can't tell if this is just a visualization or if he's actually doing something here that's generating this light, you know? Like, did he cast a spell here and that's what's doing this? Or is this just like a dramatic way to close out the season, you know? It does look cool. I can't deny that, but yeah, I just don't know. I don't know what's meant to be seen or not. Well, I think that's everything that happened this episode. Hopefully I didn't miss anything. I feel like I went through everything. We didn't get any information on Elira. We don't even know if she's still alive, to be honest. But I hope she is. And I guess I'll just have to wait like a year or two to see the next season. Maybe 3 years. Hopefully not. I mean, they've already been in production, so I'd imagine it's a shorter time frame, but alright, well, yeah, that's all. Thanks for watching. Feel free to like and subscribe. I will be uploading some more things. I don't actually know yet what other shows are going to be coming in this upcoming season, so I'll have to look into that to see what shows I'm going to be reacting to. But my next plans are to get Daemons of the Shadow Realm uploaded, because I'm well behind on that. I think I have 3 episodes to watch. And then, yeah, we're all set for this season, and it's on to the next one. And we'll have to see what catches my eye there. But yeah, like and subscribe, and I hope you can check out some of the other videos on my channel. And that should be all. All right, bye.